Who's got my back now? When all we have left is deceptive, so disconnected. What is the truth now? Today, on my own podcast, we break down Who's Got My Back? Hello, my friend. We meet again. Welcome to my own podcast, the only Creed podcast that we know of. My name is Andrew Colin, and with me, as always, is my friend, my co-host, the strawberries to my cream, Reid Fenlaw. What's up, Reid?
Voila.
Nice. Harkening back to those Budweiser commercials.
Voila.
Don't you think they should bring those back?
Yes.
I'd be like, huh.
It's been 30 years.
I'd get a real kick out of that if that came on during a football game.
I would too. I think a lot of people would.
And I think we all know that when it comes to media, the best kind of stuff is the recycled nostalgia.
Dude, just polish it up.
Just polish it up.
Play it again.
We don't need new stuff.
I mean,
we got plenty of good old stuff.
The irony is thick here because we're doing a podcast about music that is like 20 years old.
Oops. I was trying to be ironic, and I guess I'm just kind of a
It was like double.
hypocrite.
It was like full circle ironic, though.
Yeah.
So it's still ironic.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, me putting mustard on my face at the beginning of the podcast aside, some big news in your life since we last spoke.
Oh.
Reid, you're an engaged man.
Yeah, I am.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Buddy.
Yeah. I think since not only like our last podcast, but since we even recorded. I think it was after the recording.
It was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So how do you feel?
I'm excited, dude.
You should be.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
What's cool? Like
You're used to saying fiancé yet?
no.
Yeah, it's a way too many syllables, right?
This was my girlfriend for so long.
You can't do that. You look like an asshole.
And then it's like, I don't know how to spell it. Is it with one E or two?
I think it's just one.
Well, but it's different for guys and girls if you're
Wait,
writing.
really?
Oh, dude.
I don't think I knew that.
Well, you don't have to worry about it anymore because you're married.
Right, but when I was engaged for like 2 years.
I think it's the female version has two E's.
I don't think I ever
knew
knew
And the male
that.
version has one when you're writing it.
Wow, I got egg on my face again.
Really do, man. Now you got to go back and get engaged again.
And I think she might like that. Kind of romantic.
Got to do it all over.
Well, do you want to tell us about how you did it real quick?
Oh, man.
Or would you rather keep that private?
No, I can give some light details.
Light the details.
She is from a little town down in Orange County, like one of those beach towns.
Beach town.
So we drove down there. It's like an hour and a half drive. And I found this like overlook. It was like up on a cliff overlooking the water,
Pacific Ocean,
overlooking the ocean, and had a buddy who's a photographer drive down and hide in the trees, and
that's epic.
Waited till like right before sunset and
golden hour.
Did it down there, yeah, during the golden hour.
Well,
so
congrats,
my
man.
skin glowed.
Yeah,
so
that's what you're concerned about.
So my skin glowed.
Right, that's important.
The funny part is that since she had no idea, I got to like wear what I want and like fix my hair how I wanted and like wear like I already said wear what I wanted.
Yeah, but it's really important, so you got to emphasize.
Yeah,
yeah.
But like I was like I get to like look how I want, and she was just like had no control.
I know. That's the one thing that I remember being challenged. Like, what can I say that'll make her feel like she'll get dressed up in the way that she would have wanted without it being obvious?
You can't. I don't think you can.
Yeah. I said we were going to a gala or some bullshit, and I'm like, I can't believe she believed that.
A gala?
Something like that.
Hey, we're going to go to a regatta later, so dress accordingly.
You would not dress appropriately for a regatta.
She would have been like...
in her like swim trunks.
The one thing I tried was like we had dinner reservations, like a nicer restaurant.
Yeah.
At like 9.
Those are late reservations.
Well, because I wanted to do.
Well,
setting it till 8.
Yeah, that makes sense for your purposes.
Yeah.
But for her, she's like, why the hell are we eating so late?
I mean, we eat late. Maybe not that late, but like
so European of you.
We talked about going and like to the park and watching the sunset.
For sure. Okay.
Anyway, the one thing I did offer that I tried was I was like, do you want to put on like what you're going to wear for dinner? We can just like not have to change when we come back.
Do you want to look better?
She goes, no. I was like, all right. Like that was my.
That was your good faith attempt.
One attempt. So she was wearing. She looked. I mean, she looked.
Yeah, you guys look great.
She looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
But she was, she was like, I'm just wearing some like throwaway romper that I don't really care about. And then she was wearing it was kind of cool. She was wearing like my zip up cardigan.
Oh, that's cute.
That thing's over there on the bed.
Oh, wow.
It's like she was like, whatever.
No, I mean, there's something special about that too.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's just an authentic, a very authentic
Yeah.
moment.
It's like a real picture of what your life's like.
Yeah.
And the dog was in it too.
Yeah.
Great.
Our dog was in it.
That was super cute.
Yeah.
The hardest part for me when I was coordinating it, I wonder if it was for you. I mean, you knew your photographer.
Yeah.
I know him as well. He's a good guy. But my photographer that I hired in a different part, like in Santa Cruz, which is where we don't live, obviously, I was like, is this guy going to show up? I don't really fully know what he looks like. And I was just like, I really hope he's there. And thankfully he was great and he was there. But I was like, I had that small sense of like, this could go totally wrong.
Yeah. What if they're photographing the wrong person? There's like another couple like, oh, that's them.
Yeah.
Like I almost hired a local person to that area, to like Dana Point and San Clemente. But it was the same concern. I was like, I'd rather work with someone that I know.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll also be more comfortable if I'm like, oh, a trusted friend of like 7 years is out there doing it. And like, I could share my location with him so we can like,
oh yeah, that's a nice
like,
feature too.
There's just comfort there.
Yeah. The only risk, I guess, is like if they're spotted, then them being like, why is he down here?
Yeah. Like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird coincidence.
Yeah. That's strange.
Funny.
Let's let him take some pictures of us doing nothing.
Yeah. We're just hanging out, but how about some photos with that big camera that he brought? Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Reid, and congratulations again. Super happy for you.
Thanks, dude.
And I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but
God.
for our podcast listeners, can you just confirm that I will be the best man?
I can confirm that you will not.
This is bullshit. Turn off the pod. Turn off the pod.
Here's or do you want to? I guess you could fight my brother for it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
We have a podcast. You and your brother don't.
All right, that's true.
That's like a big connecting tissue.
More so than blood.
Yeah.
More so than like genes.
What type of blood are you?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that doesn't help.
Are you supposed to know what type of blood you are?
Yeah, you are. In case you're.
Because I have no clue, and I asked my mom. She's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say on your birth certificate.
You should get it. I mean, you could probably find out really easily.
I'm gonna just say I'm O positive.
That's the rare one. Universal donor.
I'm a rare breed, bro.
You are. Well, that's a shame, but I wish you the best nonetheless.
Thank you.
Should we get in our song today?
Even though I don't know my blood type, if you are able to proceed with the rest of the episode, let's do it. I think.
Yeah, I'll put my emotions aside for the sake of.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm really, really sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
So let's talk about who's got my back. Before I dive into some of the facts of the song, do you know the song? Was it one that you're excited to listen to and do an episode about?
It was one that I did not remember.
Okay.
And subsequently, the caveat is I'm excited to do every episode with you because it's fun and we get to just bullshit.
It'd be each other's best mans. It's like
the song did not add to the excitement on this.
Okay, fair enough.
Where some episodes the song does add to it.
Yes.
Like a cherry on top.
Yeah.
An iced cherry on top of the icing cake.
So this episode is more just like a chocolate cake with no frills.
It's like a vanilla cake.
Okay.
That's maybe a little bit old and too long. Like several minutes too long.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was the one thing I think I did remember about it was the fact that it is a long song, and not to spoil a factor here, but it's actually Creed's longest recorded song.
I believe, what is it, 820 something?
Yeah, 824, I think.
Yeah.
Not this is obviously not counting like live recordings, but like an actual studio recording, it's the longest song. But yeah, similarly, I think the only thing that I maybe remembered about this song, or the only feelings that got I kind of came up when I was listening to it, is like I vaguely recalled the chanting in the beginning, like from past listens, but I didn't remember the rest of the song. So it was fun to re-explore this one because, spoiler alert, again, I like this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is a spoiler.
That's a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. I'm not telling you if I do or not.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out together.
Okay.
So we'll just talk about some of the basic facts before we talk about the lyrics, which also don't have, there aren't a ton of them on this one. But the first fact is that this is the third song on Creed's album, Weathered.
I love these type of facts.
Yeah, that one's good.
These are my favorite ones.
That always gets me going.
Who's it written by?
Scott and Mark.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I already mentioned it was Creed's longest ever recorded song. And then, as I alluded to the chanting, there's a lot of facts surrounding that as well because, for an average Creed listener, definitely not something you're used to hearing.
Nope.
So during recording sessions for this song, the band had enlisted the services of Cherokee musician Bo Taylor, an avid Creed fan, apparently, who Stapp brought in personally from a nearby Cherokee reservation, who was fluent in ancient Cherokee chants such as this.
Huh.
And they had him do ancient-sounding Cherokee prayer for the intro of the song. The band played a demo. So apparently before they actually brought him into studio, him and Scott were on the phone for a long time talking about what they wanted. And they played a demo of the song for him. And after a conversation about its meaning, Stapp had Taylor do about 4 or 5 chants in the studio until they settled on, I believe, the first take. So as I alluded to, I think we talked about in the Bullets episode, as I think during this time as Scott kind of reconnected or maybe even discovered for the first time, he has some Cherokee heritage, apparently, to the extent of which I'm not totally sure. But I think in that music video, that's why they gave him, was it like a certain set of wings to like represent an eagle from Cherokee symbolism? Oh. I can't remember exactly, so okay. I apologize if I'm getting that wrong.
That's okay.
But this he was inspired by his heritage to write this song and obviously include those chantings in there. Unfortunately, which we might talk about later, like I couldn't find anything about the meaning. So that was kind of disappointing because I was really curious as to like the meaning of it or when these sort of chants were said and chanted. But there's not really much meaning to it substantively. So that was kind of a bummer.
You think that's by design?
It could be. Yeah, I mean maybe it's just something that they wanted to hold close to the belt,
because like the chant was not transcribed in any one that like reports on lyrics.
No, yeah, I couldn't find, not only couldn't find what it means, but even like what it would be translated to, like on paper. But apparently Scott was so moved by the song that it, quote, literally brings tears to my eyes every time I hear it.
Brings tears to my eyes? My sacrifice?
No, that's what he said about the chanting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then, sorry, go on. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I used to think I was part Cherokee.
Really?
Like
based on what?
Based on my grandfather telling me that we were part Cherokee.
Okay, well, that would be a reason to believe it.
Yep.
At least as a kid.
I found out, I think I found out shortly after he passed. I mentioned something to my mom about like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm like a 16th Cherokee or an 8th Cherokee. I forget what it was. And she just goes, excuse me?
Oh, no.
I was like, yeah, we're part Cherokee. It's like, I've told people that for a long time. She goes, who told you that? I was like, Paw. She was like, he was messing with you. Oh. I was like, fuck.
Why would he mess with you about that?
I should have known. We gave him a shirt at one point that had written on it, I make stuff up. He would just make things up just to make things up. And then he would not tell people he was kidding though.
Oh, great.
So this is something that I carried with me from like the time he told me this when I was in like probably 5th grade.
Yeah. Very impressionable.
Yeah. So I carried it for like 30 years.
And it's something very unique. So you're going to hold that close to your identity.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I once thought I was part Cherokee too.
I wonder what else you think about yourself that's not true.
I know. I have a lot of self-doubt about who I really am and my family's origins and lineage. Like I don't know what's true. I don't know if that guy was even my grandfather.
Yeah, he might not be.
I loved him. I know
Seemed
that.
like a fun guy though.
Yeah. So I hope Scott is actually Cherokee and that he doesn't have
a grandpa telling him the wrong thing.
Decepticon grandfather in his family.
Well, even if he's not, he's at least learning about the culture and spreading information.
That's true.
So hopefully he's not doing it on a false basis.
But I didn't learn a lot about the culture. I would just check it when I would
apply to schools.
Get something for it. It's like, oh yeah, I can confidently check that.
Papa said I'm
Native
Cherokee,
American.
so
it's like, fuck.
I think that's appropriate to put on my resume.
I lied on so many applications for things.
Oh well. Too late now.
Yep.
The statute of limitations has passed. All right, so let's quickly go through the lyrics because there's not that much here to really break down. But the first verse reads as follows. Run, hide. All that was sacred to us, see the signs. The covenant has been broken by mankind, leaving us with no shoulder to to rest our head on. And there's some repeats in there, but I just kind of glossed over them.
I think he's looking for an escape. To me, it seems like he's trying to communicate that he's aware of like an impending collapse of an unspoken moral covenant that like humanity has agreed to, that is now being caused by humanity. So now there is not that good piece of humanity to rely on. I think the shoulder to rest our head on is like there's no, people aren't being good to each other anymore. There's no one of just like, not even strangers aren't nice to each other anymore.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement. I think I guess I don't know exactly what he means to by the covenant has been broken by mankind, but I think it just means like there's no ability to trust one another anymore because we have no moral integrity.
I think the covenant is just that. It's that we all agree to have, most of humanity agrees to have moral integrity.
Right.
We agree, there's unspoken agreement. Like if I'm walking down the street and I see someone getting attacked or berated for no reason and they're the powerless one, like we're supposed to help them.
Right.
I think it's just he's saying that's eroded.
Kick a mugger in the balls. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Should we move on?
Let's move on. We agree.
The chorus. Who's got my back now when all we have left is deceptive? So disconnected. What is the truth now?
Yeah, I just think he's feeling this total abandonment and that everything he thought he knew is possibly a lie. This is a lot like my grandfather. Okay.
Yeah. There's some interesting
Who's got my back? Who's got my back now?
Apparently not Papa was lying about everything.
So yeah, I think it's just, he feels like everything's a lie. He feels disconnected from reality and maybe is questioning like what is truth and what is fiction.
Yeah, I agree. And I always thought this song felt more personal. I think this album I think I kind of said that earlier. It feels more personal, where like a lot of the past songs on earlier albums, I feel like we're singing generally about mankind. This feels like a little more personal when he's actually kind of crying out and being like, who can I even trust anymore? Mm-hmm. Everything, especially in the world of fame, I feel like everything is an act. And I feel like that's being alluded to. Like I can't trust anybody when everything that I know is kind of disconnected from grounded reality. So like, who's telling me the truth and who's just trying to get something from me?
I mean, I guess in past songs, he's kind of teased this idea of just like having mistrust and like people not having his best interest at heart. But I agree. I think it does feel more personal. Like this feels like a song that he would just like cry to.
Yeah, like, it is a very cry-worthy song.
Yeah,
slow and he said he cried to the
chanting. I cried to the chants. Like
that's part of the song, man.
It's part of the song.
I'm curious. I guess we could talk more about it later, but how that chanting fits in with the theme of the song. And I don't fully know because obviously we don't know the meaning of the song, but
we don't know the meaning of the chants.
That's what I meant.
I know the meaning of the song.
I meant the meaning of the chant. We don't know the meaning of the chant, so it's hard
idiot.
I know, I'm dumb. Okay. There's still time. All that has been devastated can be recreated. Realize we pick up the broken pieces of our lives, giving ourselves to each other to rest our head on.
God, yeah, there's just not a lot of words. Like this to me, honestly, feels like what should have been structurally, normally a third verse in one of their songs. Because he's done it before where it's like, I, and then ends it with like a we.
Mm-hmm. I we.
Yeah, I will.
Yep.
But it's the second, and it's ironic because the song is so long. Like there was clearly room for a third verse if they wanted it. But that aside, all this is really simple to me. The song is really simple to me. I think he's just saying it's not too late to like get back to where we were, figure shit out, and rebuild. But it's up to us. Like we have to decide as a humanity to reclaim that moral covenant to pick ourselves up, and then work together to rebuild. I think there's like acknowledgement there.
Yeah, and I also think
it's not an individual thing; it's a collective thing.
Oh, I was also going to say I think there might be like an individual aspect to it too, just where like there's still time to repair these relationships that he feels have been kind of wounded by mistrust, but they still have time in their lives to work through it. I really like that line that all that has been devastated can be recreated.
I do too. I think it's tight.
Yeah, I love that rhyme scheme. It's a little more, I don't know the terminology for it, but it's like, it's not like A-B or whatever, but it's like ABB.
It's offset coupling is what it's called.
Is it really?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, it sounded good.
Thank you.
But it's something about it is really like catchy and like makes you want to say it.
Say it, man.
Hooks in my brain. All that is devastated can be recreated. Then realize we can pick up the broken pieces of our lives. Like, it's not too late to heal. So I think this is like, if the beginning part was very negative and depressing, this is a little more uplifting.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like he's good about that. Most songs have some level of hope baked into them. / not even just hope, but like he almost like he's trying to let people, yeah, it is hope. It's almost like he gives like a loose blueprint for how to get out of this.
Right.
Of like
little treasure map.
Yep. Reminder,
Scavenger
like
hunt.
You can do it, but you have to, you got to work together, guys. Like you have to give people like space to rest their heads.
Yeah.
On you. Like you got to be that person.
Exactly. I also think we should say, in addition to the lyrics, because that's kind of it for the lyrics, but the progression of the song goes from obviously the chanting and very, very slow melodic chord progression and finger picking to, I think it's around the time of the second chorus, where it just kicks in and the drums kick in and the guitars start wailing. And there's even a guitar solo that really reminds me of like Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. This whole song kind of reminds me of that. So it just really picks up in that way. So that like by the end of it, he's singing with so much bravado and passion that I think that kind of underscores the message of being able to pick yourself up.
Yeah, I agree. Spoiler, I like this song too.
Mm-hmm.
It surprised me because like one of my first notes that I wrote about it was, what the fuck is up with the beginning? 1 minute, 40 seconds of quote, kind of bullshit. But I didn't know they were like meaningful Cherokee chants.
Yeah.
That brought him to tears. But it wasn't my job to do that level of research on this.
That's true.
I was just interpreting lyrics.
The chanting's also maybe in the first song. Is Bullets too have chanting? In the intro and the outro of the album? Because that's like the theme of the Weathered, I feel like, is getting in. Like there's the Cherokee sort of inspiration behind maybe the album artwork and the... I know it takes place in some other songs as well.
Interesting. I haven't really noticed it.
Try Bullets again. I feel like it's in Bullets.
Okay. Yeah, I like the message of this song. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I blacked it out or just like listened to it once in whenever this came out, 2001? 2003?
I think so.
Like listened to it
Or
once
2001,
on the CD and then
Yeah.
it was just like never listened to it again because it wasn't a favorite.
I mean, it doesn't have the radio play staying power, I don't think, because it's so long, one, and it's also pretty slow.
Here's what I guess happened. Because I think you could condense this into like a 4-minute song and have it be a kick-ass song that sounds like Creed.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd have to lose I'm sure just creatively, Scott was like, we're not making a radio edit because we're not losing the chance.
Yeah,
It's like you can't play a song on the radio with 1 and 40 second like
chanting
yeah.
in the language that nobody understands.
Yeah.
But that would be, I think, kind of ripping the soul out of it to remove it for a radio play.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you can't play an 8.5-minute song on the radio.
Also that. It's
So
like how they had to cut down higher, and that's
Yep.
only 5 minutes or whatever.
Yep.
Well, there you have it. That's our take on the meaning of the song.
There's so few words
I
for
know.
such a long song.
Isn't that wild?
Like, I kind of want more words. I want one more verse.
Do you want to read it again?
Yeah, let's reinterpret them.
Okay, rewind.
Yeah, I like. I think it's also I want more because I like it.
Okay.
I think it's cool. I think the message is cool. Yeah, I don't. It's just weird. It's weird that the song is so long and there's so few. Yeah. Creed words to digest.
Well, in addition to our brains, we also thankfully have enlisted Scott's brain to tell us what this song is about.
Hell yeah.
In a way. So before I talk about reception, let's talk about the meaning, since we just touched on that. But according to Sinner's Creed, he says about this song, during this time, as in the time he's writing Weathered, I felt let down by so many of the people who were supposed to have my back. The only way I knew how to express myself was through my songs. Quote, when all we have left is deceptive, so disconnected, so what is the truth now? That's the line he cites in reference to not being able to trust people. He also wrote in the previous pages that Weathered is an album of desperation. At the time, he mentioned he was resentful that his bandmates begrudged the unsolicited attention he got from the press. He felt betrayed that his bandmates didn't support him and instead blamed him for the band's uncool Christian image. He was hurt his bandmates didn't say they appreciated his role in their success. He was angry with his father and himself for the way money had eroded their relationship. He was angry with the Christian community for calling him a fake Christian. He was angry with the non-Christian community for calling him a wannabe Jesus. So those are all the things that he cites about how these people that clearly he once trusted and had a lot of faith in, just he didn't felt like he couldn't trust them anymore. He felt so the song to me is like almost about betrayal.
Yeah, I'm curious if your take on those feelings of his. Like I understand the feelings he was having. I feel like some of that was self-inflicted.
Yeah,
maybe?
For sure. I mean, they were definitely exacerbated by all the drugs he was on because he was like becoming a user at the time.
But I mean, even just like performance choices of like striking the what came to be known as like the Jesus pose.
Yeah.
And you know, singing, if you're going to be singing songs with Christian messages, like Higher clearly has a Christian message. But then you're also on other songs saying like "God damn,"
yeah.
Like you're gonna get it from both sides if you do that. Like,
right. I mean, I think in his mind he wanted this like the band to be perceived in a way that really wasn't achievable.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I think it wasn't possible for them to be received how he wanted them to be, which was to kind of play different sides of.
Yeah,
and
it's
not
like a very
criticism.
specific kind of Christian that could be like, that's cool, but also it's not that big of a Jesus freak. I don't know.
I think that's why I liked them, because
Yeah.
I grew up so Christian and was feeling a little bit less Christian, but I was like, oh, they've got some of those like elements that I know and like I get the reference to.
Right.
But also like he's saying goddamn and like talking about other shit too, and I was like, I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the meaning from Mr. Scott. I also had a few things I pulled from songmeanings.com from 24 years ago that I wanted to share.
These are my favorite. These are my favorites.
So this one is shared by, I'm going to do my best to read it. Smfishdiscus.
Oh, Smfiscus.
Yeah. It's SMFHDSIADJDCHS.
Got him. Got it.
Quote, I always thought that this song had to do with America's past, and I think that the Cherokee chant in the front of the song relates to the Trail of Tears and how we kicked the Indians out of their territory when we found it was valuable.
Huh.
I thought there might be. I thought that wasn't like an absurd
That's
observance.
That's not a totally. I'm just rereading some of the verses right now.
Because I think it's fair to say that the indigenous peoples to the Americas were betrayed, and I think their trust was taken advantage of to the point where, they were treated unfairly, and like obviously they couldn't. What was their incentive to trust people that were coming to their country after what they had done? So it's like, I don't know.
I'm on board with that it could connect like that, especially how it starts, like run, hide all that was sacred to us, see the signs the covenant has been broken by mankind. That's like, oh, people are stealing our land and killing us. But also, like, I also feel like Scott would have mentioned that.
Yeah.
If it was a tribute to
for sure
Native Americans or the Cherokee tribe.
Right. That's why I wish we got like a little more clarity on what the chant was and why it was included in this song specifically.
Yeah.
Because that thematically doesn't really, I mean, thematically, I think the themes are the same, but it's just not mentioned. Like when he talks about the song, he mentions all the personal relations.
Yeah. I think that's a fun ancillary or secondary.
It's not that fun.
Maybe fun, not the right word.
Interesting connection.
I have trouble with adjectives. Yeah. Okay.
It's fun or interesting.
It's not fun. It's an interesting observation.
Yeah.
It's not interesting. God damn it.
Interesting.
Those are the only adjectives I know. It's fuzzy.
There you go.
That's
okay.
the third one I know.
And then the only thing I pulled from the internet was Mullet Man 23 years ago said he thought this song was about being cheated on or deceived by a loved one, like a boyfriend or girlfriend or your parents.
I think Mullet Man was probably going through something.
Yeah,
23
I was like,
years
I don't
ago.
think so, Mullet Man.
Well, no.
Yeah,
I'm just like, other than like the being deceived.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that people. I mean, obviously, like that's the thing that people connect with because that time that second chorus rips in, like that's the most compelling, I think, part of the song is when it really breaks down that second chorus.
Yeah.
And sings with a lot of emotion.
Yeah. Sorry, Mullet Man. I disagree. Strong disagree.
All right, he's going to come after you now.
It was a fun observation that he made, a fun connection.
That was a little better there that time. Do you have any other adjectives in that brain you want to kind of
cool
workshop? Oh, there you go.
A cool
nice
connection that he made.
Really getting deep here.
To his personal life.
Yeah.
But you're wrong.
Wow.
And I hope you're still alone, Mullet Man.
Whoever said he was alone, maybe he had like a
He went through a breakup.
You don't know that.
That's what he was. Come on, man. The only person who's going to interpret this song that way is someone who's going through a breakup.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you.
Maybe he got in a fight with his dad about the Padres or something.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This song's about the Padres, guys.
Let's talk a little bit about the reception of the song.
Okay.
Stephen Thomas Erlewine of AllMusic, in his 2 out of 5-star review of Weathered, praised this song's use of the chanting and the experimental efforts of the song.
Okay.
Okay, so that's AllMusic. Sal Cinquemani of Slant Magazine also praised Who's Got My Back, but states that the song predictably trumpets into typical testosterone rock. But just like also like, do you want to just like stay at that one note the entire song? It's also boring.
Yeah. Also, like that's kind of Creed's thing.
Yeah. Like Led Zeppelin has too many guitars on this album.
I don't like when critics. You have to criticize the band, write about them from the baseline of what they are, and they're trying to be like. Because you're going to criticize them on every single song, and you're going to ding them. Like that's what they're trying to be.
Yeah.
It's the music they write. It usually does like. A lot of it does fucking crescendo into this, what do you call it? Bro rock? Testosterone. Yeah, that's what it is.
Like I really wish Katy Perry would stop making pop music.
Right. That's the equivalent of saying that. Like, it just devolves into this another pop song.
That's what it is.
Another hook-filled pop song. It's like, well, yeah, dude.
Fuck off, Sal.
Yeah. Sorry. I got in my feels about that one real quick.
I appreciate the feels.
I've thought that before of other critics of other bands. I'm like, you're just criticizing exactly what they're aiming to be and what they've achieved being. Like, go from there.
Adam Sandler's newest movie is just trying to be a comedy.
Yeah, it's trying to be a slapstick comedy, man. It's too unserious.
Yeah. Well, James Hunter of Rolling Stone said Who's Got My Back is an album highlight. Then Thomas Kupfer of Rock Hard said the calmer moments of this song were some of the album's best.
Okay.
So some little nods to this one.
I'm a little surprised people liked it that much.
And then just kind of more generally from Reddit and discussions online about the album and Creed, I kind of get the sense that This is one of Creed's most underrated songs. That's what Reddit calls it on one post. And other sites sort of reference that this has some of Scott's best lyrics.
Okay.
So just a general sentiment that this song is, I think, like a hidden gem for the real Creed fans.
Okay. I mean, I will say after it being erased from my memory, or not just...
Like
not
Men in Black.
it,
Like, pew!
yeah. Like someone erased it.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it again.
Yeah, for sure. I've listened to it a lot this
It'll
week.
go in the Creed rotation, for sure.
In there. So then we got to talk, Reid, about the Chicago incident on the December 2002 tour.
Oh, God.
You heard about this?
No.
You seeing this?
Anytime I just hear Chicago tour incident, I automatically go to Dave Matthews dumping
the poop on the people
through the bridge onto people and
That's a good one.
The tour boats. It was around a similar time. I think that was in like 2004.
Oh yeah, Chicago's really been going through some stuff in the early 2000s.
Did Scott, was it worse or better than that?
You mentioned part of it, I think, in the last episode, but there's a little more detail, I think, with specifics to this song. So I think I'd rather this incident than being like shit dumped on my head.
Okay.
Yeah. So this got a lot of international press, but they were the band at the Chicago show. I don't remember the exact theater they were at, but it was at the point in the live show where they're about to play Who's Got My Back. Scott turns to the audience and asks if they have his back. The audience enthusiastically says, yes. He turns to Mark and Flip and says, well, I don't think these guys have my back. He proceeds to stretch out on the stage, back flat on the ground, and sing from that position. Scott says fans thought he was drunk and fell down, but although he was drunk, says that wasn't the case. But he fucked up, but he didn't do that because he was fucked up, but he wouldn't do that sober also.
So he did it because he was fucked up then?
Like he did it, like he didn't have his wherewithal with him, so he's like, I'm going to do this.
Hold on. He said, I was drunk.
Yeah.
I laid it on my back to sing. If I was not drunk, I wouldn't have done it. But being drunk isn't the reason I did it.
Exactly.
Sorry, the math ain't mathing.
You repeated it well though. You got what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the math's not mathing for me.
After the show, he also said that like he regrets doing it because he kind of made a point publicly that should have been private. After the show, a couple concert goers said they wanted to be compensated because they had bad seats and couldn't see. They wanted autographs and merch. They gave them everything they asked for. Subsequently,
I like you saying it subsequently.
People can say it like that.
Yeah, they can.
I guess. Subsequently,
idiots.
Shut up. A suit in court happened alleging that people didn't see the show they paid for because Scott was so drunk that the show ended early, I think after like 23 minutes or something. The damages sought like $2 million. The case was ultimately thrown out, but the incident became a legend. Scott says after that there were threats on his life, accusations that he was the Antichrist and should be crucified upside down.
Oh my God.
Ultimately, Scott had to contact the FBI. Other accounts of the incident that was not in Sinner's Creed, like just, on the internet and from newspapers at the time, cited that he was too inebriated to perform. He was mixing drugs and alcohol, said he couldn't sing the songs, he was missing cues, and caused the band to improvise solos. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy on what happened, but obviously from Scott's point of view, there's more of an incentive to kind of cover that up. Ultimately, the band issued an apology via email, but this damaged Scott's reputation and ultimately led to the band's breakup less than 2 years later.
This was in 2002?
2002, sir.
Was this like the first real major, like big incident?
I think so. I think there were like little things happening and there were underlying tensions, but this is like the big thing that really pissed everybody off.
Yeah.
And being like, yo, bro, like we can't do this if you're going to do that.
I mean,
kind of like how when you got like just absolutely fucked up for our recording and you couldn't even like form sentences. And I was like, bro.
I didn't need to form sentences. My thoughts were evident.
Well, I'm just saying like because you were drunk, you did that when if you weren't drunk, you wouldn't have done that.
I was hammered.
Yeah.
And I did do that.
Right.
I did not talk in sentences and I was laying on the ground and on the chairs. Yeah. But being drunk is not why I did that. I wouldn't have done it if I was sober.
Right.
But it's not the reason I did it. Being drunk is not the reason I did it.
Well, don't do it again or we're going to have to break up.
Look, do you want some signed merch?
Yeah, if you have any,
I can sign some merch.
Okay, that's
just
fine.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll take that.
Thank you. Don't sue me.
And then the last thing that I think I have on this is that I saved the least interesting fact for last.
Perfect.
In a 2024 interview with Mark Tremonti, he just said that if it's a more moody thing, who's got my back or something like that, I don't know if people are going to have the patience for it.
For the whole song?
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years ago, maybe. Now.
No. TikTok has ruined our attention spans.
Vine started it.
It's all Vine's fault.
Vine, they're like, you have 6 seconds.
Was it only 6?
It was 6 seconds.
I never got on Vine. I was in grad school at the time.
I think I posted one Vine.
Was it of your butthole?
It was my butthole.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of views?
Yeah, that's why Vine got shut
You're a
down.
Vine star? Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. I was drunk when I made
Right. You wouldn't have made it if you were sober. I wouldn't have made it when I was sober.
I was drunk, showed my butthole. That's not the reason I should have.
Right. No, I get it. Well, Reid, that's kind of all I got for who's got my back. I feel like there's more to say, but we said it a lot. It's a straightforward song. Yeah.
There's not a lot of words.
Yeah.
But I think we nailed, and it's a pretty simple meaning, unless you believe that it's about a breakup.
Right.
I was like,
it's probably about a breakup.
I was like, no, this is a song like Adele would write because it's about a breakup.
I think it's probably about like a dad that promised his son that he'd help him with his homework, and he didn't show up to help him with his homework, and he felt deceived.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's about a kid who asked for a cat for Christmas, and his parents said yes. And then on Christmas morning, he had a stuffed animal. He was given a stuffed animal cat instead of a real cat.
That's a low blow.
That is a low blow,
dude. Last thing I'll say, I think it might be about a kid who was talking to his grandpa, who he lovingly referred to as Pawpaw, and he said, "What's our heritage?" And he said, "Cherokee." And that one kid identified with that his entire life until he found out when he was like 30-something that he has no Cherokee blood in him.
Not a drop.
What are you, like German or some shit?
No.
Just white guy?
English and some Scottish.
Yeah, so you're white.
I'm pale. Pale is my lineage.
Yeah, mine too.
Just pale and...
different part of Europe, but...
Yeah.
Eastern. More Eastern.
I got your back.
I got your back.
Thanks, dude.
So, what do you think about this song? And if you had to rate it out of 1 to 5 yeahs, what would you do? Give me your final closing argument.
There's no if. I do have to rate it.
Okay, yeah.
I've softened a little bit on the chanting now that I know that it has some meaning.
Sure.
Although it's still a little bit fucked up. It's like, if you tell us what the meaning is.
Yeah.
I like the song. It grew on me. Like I said, it's back. It's good enough to be back in the rotation.
For sure.
On my Creed playlist. It's my favorite song on this album so far. I know it's only the third one, which I'd given Bullets and Freedom Fighter both a score of 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. You hate me.
I hate you. Wait, no, I don't love those songs either.
You didn't love Freedom Fighter. You gave Bullets a 3.75.
That's too high.
You can't change it.
Okay.
Sorry. So, and I'm a tough grader.
Yeah.
Historically on these. So I'm giving Who's Got My Back a 3.25.
Oh, okay.
That's
your highest score.
It's really good for
the album so far.
Of the album so far. Yeah, I appreciate the build into the testosterone bro rock. I think there are some clever lyrics, cleverly constructed lyrics in here that aren't typical for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3.25 yeahs out of 5 for me.
Okay.
What about you, Andrew?
I feel like I have a lot to say.
Oh God.
I think the first time I listened to the song with the intent of like thinking about it for our podcast, I definitely was like, damn, when's this song going to start? Mm-hmm. And I was like walking my dog at the time. Maybe I was like, had a lot going on in my mind. Maybe I just kind of wanted to get to it. Then when I listened to it again more recently, I didn't feel that long at all. Like I think it didn't feel like it was dragging. I think the first time I felt like it was dragging. The second time I heard it, when I could like kind of appreciate that, there was an actual chant or like something was actually going on. I guess the first time I heard it, I'm like, I just like didn't hear anything, or maybe I didn't like think about I didn't hear any guitars, and I was like, where are the guitars? But then I think
what a simple boy you are.
I am a simple boy. But then, yeah, later it doesn't feel like it drags as much for me as I thought it did the first time. And I really like I said, this song reminds me a lot of like Kashmir from Led Zeppelin, especially the guitars and the solo at the end that kind of has that same sort of similar progression. And then it also reminds me of like a song by Pearl Jam called Release, which is also really another like 9-minute song. And also Kashmir is like 8 minutes.
Ride the wave.
Yeah, you know it.
Wherever it takes me, I'll hold the pain. Release me. I love that. I
was so happy you know that
song.
song. They used to be my favorite song. Yeah, and that similarly has a really, really slow build up. And then it just kind of explodes at the end with like emotion. And that's how I feel about this one. And I also love the first time that the kind of drums kick in and the song really drops and Scott with this like a ton of angst sings the chorus. It's like one of my favorite parts of the album, period.
That's cool. It is powerful.
Yeah. And I'm just like, yes. So when that part kicks in and then the guitar solo, it's just, I think it just feels really powerful in that way. And then, yeah, I really like it. And I think it is unique for Creed, especially. It's just like, it doesn't really sound like anything they've done to this point. But it's still catchy. And I catch myself like singing the chorus because it's so like that rhyme scheme is just something about it just so satisfying. Like so deceptive. Or so disconnected. Why can't I even think of it right now?
Which part?
All we have left is deceptive, so disconnected.
Oh yeah.
Like I love that line. That might be one of my favorite Creed lines. So I toyed with the idea of this being like my favorite Creed song, giving it like a 5.
Wait, what? Like ever? Like of all of them?
Like just like I really like it.
You toyed with giving this a 5.
I did.
Wow.
I think I've since maybe cooled on it a little bit, but I think I would still give it. I think it's still one of Creed's best, and I would give it like a 4.5.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's high praise.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like the top 4 on this album.
Well, yeah, but you were considering a 5 a perfect score?
I think it's awesome.
Wow. Have you given a perfect score yet?
I had to higher, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay, a 4. I mean that's. Yeah, okay. I mean, you really like it.
I think it definitely, I played with it. I definitely knew I think it earned a 4 or more because it's just like so unique and so it definitely is one of my favorites that we've covered so far.
I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but I like it.
I think for the type of song it is, for it to earn that score from you, who says a lot because you don't love these kinds of like slower songs from Creed.
I want to What If is the only one I've given the 5 to.
Yeah, that song rocks.
And that's like just heavy fucking riff that just fucking hit you in the face all the time. I dig it. I will slow dance with you to this song and then rage when it's time to rage.
I gotta reach out to the Bo Taylor, the singer. We should
see if we can figure out what the chants mean.
Yeah, or like when they were chanted historically.
What if they're just like nonsense? What if they don't mean anything? What if it's just like Cherokee sounding chants? I feel like the guy wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
If it was just bullshit.
I don't know. I guess it's possible that they don't have a meaning, but maybe they encompass a feeling. I don't know. I don't know anything about the subject matter to speak intelligently on it, so I don't want to speculate too much. But
let's lift those vocals out of it and send it to someone who can answer for us.
What does this mean?
I want to know.
I want to know too.
Or at least, even if it's not a word for word translation, if it was like, oh, this was a prayer that Cherokee said before harvest each fall, that it would be bound. I don't know. Whatever.
It was, yeah.
You get it.
I get it.
You get it.
Well, Reid, unless you have anything to say, I think it's time that we make our escape.
Let's go there.
For my own podcast, I'm Andrew Colin.
I'm Reid Fenlaw.
Bye.
We'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.